I'd never seen one.
You don't
ever,
usually.
Ever.
Whoops. These pants.
I'd never ever seen one ever.
Well,
And Plattsburgh said, "Huh, you must be kidding, lady."
What do you mean Plattsburgh said?
Well, I got a hold of the garden center in Plattsburgh, and the lady says I knew what they were, and last year she had bought kits where you grow from seeds and all that. And she said that, nobody was interested in them. And they contacted their supplier who came on a certain day, and their supplier said, I don't have any. And I called a guy in Glens Falls. They gave me the name of the distributor in Glens Falls. I called the distributor in Glens Falls, and I said, do you? He says, of course. A couple places in Burlington didn't have any. I called the guy in Glens Falls, and he said that, I says, well, I don't want to drive all over, I don't know where I'm going and all that. So he said he would leave it in Glens Falls for me if I came down on a certain day, within a day or two. He'd leave it in the place for me. And I said, well, I don't really want to pay the very low price just because I don't want to go 3 or 4 miles out of my way into the boonies for it. In other words, going to the nursery as opposed to someplace handy. So we had to go to the silo to get it.
The silo?
Holy cow!
You know where that is?
Yeah, that's a neat looking place, and we always.
Oh, it's so neat in there. I mean, it's like a real country store. I mean, it's commercial, but it's a real country store. It smells so good. I mean, they have coolers and coolers full of cheeses, and they had all kinds of plants. It was really a neat place. Anyway.
I wish somebody would do an article on
Like, you're going to get your hands on the what? Feast.
garden waste store that used to be.
Probably did.
No, it's still there, but it's just not the same store.
So anyway, the guy was, Mikey, you're going to break your truck.
I'd get off this floor, Mikey. Get out
So
there.
the guy was real nice, and he says he has a lot of business with the silo. The silo had fancy ones for a lot of money, too.
Well, it's doing the same thing on the regular one.
Mainly as near as I can tell, the landscaping that they do it. The one in the mall had 2 big, stones in it now. I don't know. I know a similar one to that. If I had walked in to buy it, would have been twice. But I happened to call.
You don't mean you spent $30 on this, because that was half as much as the other one.
The distributor in the garden store in Plattsburgh contacted their distributor, who gave them the name of the distributor in Glens Falls. And the guy said he was 3 or 4 miles out towards Hudson Falls and all that crap. I says, well, I really don't want to go out that far. And he says, well, we have a store in the mall. And he said, they got some. He says, but they're $60 because it's in the mall. And he said, we don't have storage space to leave you one there. He says, besides, we can't sell our $60 one if we have another one sitting in there. I said, well, how can we work this out? The guy was very nice. And Plattsburgh just said flat out that they had called several of their suppliers and couldn't get any. Why Plattsburgh couldn't call the same guy in Glens Falls I did, I don't know. Because
I tried to tell you that when you go to Plattsburgh, unless you want to go to the big department store, drugstores like Zare and Ames, there's nothing.
There's a line
the guy says, the guy the other day that was here told me, he says, well, how come no one's selling Indian Navajo blankets? The reason why is because there's not enough business to stay in business. I mean,
well, what he wanted is something we wouldn't stock anyway.
Well, it's something you can get for him.
It says if you wanted to buy a good wool Navajo blanket, it's going to cost you $50 or $60.
And he didn't want that.
Well, if he was going to pay $50 or $60, he wanted it for Christmas.
Oh, well.
And he comes up 2 days before.
Maybe Jack Maybe
Paul Irwin had it.
maybe everyone had it, but then again, I don't remember seeing him when I was over
But
there.
he didn't want to go to Vermont to get it.
Pretty rough when
I mean, he was willing to pay the long price to get it for Christmas.
Well, that's not the long
Which
price.
is what happens, you know? That's what people get.
Well, it's not the long price, Anna.
So I was going crazy with this thing, and then when we got it, it was like, and we were trying to figure out how the heck are we ever going to get to the silo, you know? Gee, that looks like a neat place. Can we go in, and then how are we going to manage to get it without you there? Fortunately, you went to the movies. And Mikey and I were jumping
good,
over.
huh?
You were good. Scott really wanted to go with us, but
Mom, look.
Yeah, he suffered through the movie, huh? What? The sacrifices that my son
They
makes.
said you have to keep them wet. They like a lot of water. And then we had to go up and read the book. The way you water it is you set the whole thing. You set the pot in water. You know how old this is? Did you read?
No, I didn't read anything.
Read here. It's 4.5 years old.
Okay.
Isn't that impressive?
Yes.
It's a clay pot.
It's dying here.
It's lucky.
It looks like it's dying.
Well, we've had it for about 2 weeks.
Made in Hong Kong.
So you can get
Is
this.
it wet enough?
Well, he wanted it last night. See, we have this.
Michael, will you get the hell out of here with that?
Slanting is leaning with the wind, but I'll show you. What's that noise? Yes, it's cascading.
Scott, you want your batteries back?
They're slanting.
Eventually,
There's a
yeah.
windswept like this. You can have a bunch of them. It tells you what kinds work good, what kinds don't work, what kinds of trees work good, don't work good. That was fun going through the bookstore with you and trying to find a book.
That's another thing. Even the bookstores aren't really good.
Well, that was one of them. That was the only one they had.
Well, I don't have any
When did I
batteries
ever
that
say
work.
I wanted a bonsai tree?
When is the only time you had a chance?
When we were watching Mike's movie.
Uh-huh.
The only time I remember.
That's how long ago, that's how long ago I plugged it in.
Mom, I need batteries for this thing.
Does it need a lot of light?
It tells you most of what it needs in the little booklet, but we didn't want to take it out. You want scissors to cut that off? Mike, can you get out of here scissors, please? Tells you about grafting. You can gather trees in the wild, you know that, Charlie? They'll grow, as near as I can tell, they'll grow according to the size of the pot. But in the spring you can go out and gather a bunch of trees and do this. And it's,
If you know what you're doing.
Batteries.
well, yeah, gathering trees in the wild. The guy told me this is a good book. And he reminded me of Paul Irwin. It was really helpful and nice. And I said, you could have really ripped me off. And he said, well, I guess I could send over one of our half-dead trees and you'd have to take it because I know you're coming down for it. He says, it might as well make a good customer. And he says, I'll tell you right now, he says, we have a hard time getting them. And I said, you're telling me if I grow bonsais, I'll have a market? But I thought it was very clever of me to call it, you know, not call stores, to call tobacco.
Well, the art was started 1,000, 2,000 years ago. It's known as Haki no Kai, tree in a pot.
Tree in a pot.
Well, that's the
Dad,
translation.
you want to shut off your thing?
Mikey.
Dad?
Bonsais have been grown many centuries following some basic but
Not be able to put
difficult
stickers on
growing
those things.
procedures. Like humans, they respond to tender, loving
I
care.
hate you sometimes.
You know what? Is that just what you wanted?
Yes. You got it for me? It's better than that train set.
I want the stone though.
Yeah.
Remember when Scott and I had to run over to Middlebury? To almost kill ourselves in the middle of the night? It's the only place that I ever saw it, Mikey. And I thought about it, and then you brought your Stoicos out. I just, oh. Because I like Stoicos.
I love them.
Moms like Stoicos, right?
Not a lot of parts.
Well, they go away. Mikey, your slippers are very warm. I had to take them off.
Can I put them on?
Yeah, my feet are always cold at night. That'll be great, but they're not cold in the morning. But they were getting real hot, so I had to take them off.
They get warm.
They're full beast, I'll tell you
I
that.
tell you, Mom, that's another reason. King Kong lives, and he is not happy. Didn't even hurt. Hey, Beastie.
Father the beast.
Are they the wrong side or the right side?
Hey, this would be good for
It's just hard because you got this much sticking out in front of you, and it feels like you should slide your foot up. You fooled her.
King Kong lives,
She does anything with toes.
and he is not
Oh, that's
happy.
the ultimate. It's a full beast.
Can I see the coffee?
Oh, you're knocking my tree.
Wow.
Mikey, watch out for bonsai.
Bonsai, Daniel.
Then Mikey's running around, and that's the kind of word when you hear it, you go, bonsai. Mikey's running around, you go, bonsai. I said, I'm going to kill you. Shut up.
Bonsai.
She did that yesterday in Plattsburgh. I says, I'm going to kill you. That was a project, but Scott helped me with it. Scott and I decided we will bear any burden, pay any price. No, not exactly.
Mom,
And then the guy had told me there was one in the mall.
you like these?
Yes, I do. I'm going to like them at night because my feet get real cold at night. Don't put them on the table, Mikey.
I like the blue.
You can't have them. They don't fit you.
That's true.
The guy told me there was one in the mall. So I said, well, let me show it to Dad and see if he's still interested. And he explained to me why some were more expensive than others, certain styles and certain this and certain that.
Hold it. Oh, cool, look at this. The bag's right up in that. Get it, right? Is that one?
I don't know where the knife went. Maybe Dad. Mikey, if you lose one piece, the United States will fall apart. I don't know why you have to open it.
I'll never get to use it if I don't open it. Jeez,
Can't you rip that off then?
wow.
My name is Junipus procumbus
The juniper tree. It's 4.5 years old.
nena.
It's 4.5 years old, Daddy.
This tree is nena. Pleasure plant.
Well, that tree was so much. It's very frustrating. That was one frustrating tree.
I was keeping it in my room too, Dad.
We decided this is what we get. And we were not going to compromise. We knew somewhere in this world they had to have bonsai trees for Dad.
For the right price.
Well, price was not the problem. I wanted to find them first. And then after I found them, I would back up and, I'd have enough sense to know that the distributor is the place to go to. The guy was very nice, told me. I said, well, what's the difference between the, why are the $60 trees $60? He said, well, in some cases the tree really is better, He said there are good trees and bad trees. He said the shape of the tree and the landscape. I said, you mean because you throw a couple rocks into it, you charge twice as much for it? He says, that's about it. I said, okay. Sounds good. I can comprehend that one.
When I went to the dentist, they couldn't take my picture, my x-rays because my head was too big for their equipment.
I remember that.
And then I went to the doctor yesterday and he couldn't look at my ear because my ear was too high. And I sat on his examination table.
Yeah. Well, you're just all kinds of bad things, aren't you, Charlie?
He asked me how I was doing. I said, not too good or I wouldn't be here.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
I told him when I'm feeling good, I don't come here.
I can't believe this box.
Thank you guys for the stuff I asked for. I just didn't get one thing. And I didn't expect to get it, so it's fine.
What?
The $60 transformer. I didn't expect to get it.
No.
I asked for fireworks, but I didn't get that. I didn't expect the United States.
Yeah, we found out the fireworks are working good.
You were gonna get
Because
them?
Mikey had some.
Holy cow, this thing is
You know, you should have smelled this coffee before you got it.
You think I didn't?
Well, they have
All different
ripe
kinds.
cherry,
Charlie, they have a lot of different
natural
kinds.
coffee beans.
I would not get you.
Get some more!
I would not get you coffee that was cherry because I like cherry.
But Ann, it doesn't even smell,
Mom?
you know, there's no,
It smells delicious. What, Mike?
Never mind.
it just smells like coffee. Espresso, that's the brand.
Well, that's the flavor.
This was bagged up.
No.
The United States is very, very large.
He's putting it together.
It's just like the one that he put together in his commercial, so I shouldn't have any trouble with it. And he's off!
Baby Manjai. Scotty would talk to it and say, so you're doing Baby Manjai.
The cats didn't work out, huh?
Well, the cats being in the house I've got too much stuff to freak out over just being in the house.
Mike, do you want it like this? Mike, would you like it like this or like this? I think it goes this way. Yeah.
You had a great day of getting the bonsai. We also found that. It was on sale, it was all expensive. We said, well, you know we'll throw it at the wall, but we're gonna get it. Mm-hmm.